sol, ça donne un mix super de bassin.
J'ai toujours cherché un sport où je pouvais mesurer ma vitesse par rapport aux autres. C'est vraiment là que j'ai fait des grosses sensations et j'ai réussi à m'exprimer à 100%.
Grand Prix issu de patinage, Grand Prix de France, Angers.
ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating, Grand Prix de France.
Mesdames, Messieurs, dans quelques instants, vous allez assister au programme court de la catégorie messieurs.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we will start with the main show program.
Nous vous rappelons que l'usage des flashs et des vidéos est interdit durant la compétition, car dangereux pour les patineurs. Et vous rappelons que les fleurs et cadeaux que vous offrez aux patineurs doivent être emballés. Merci.
We remind you that flash photography, as well as video recording and filming, is forbidden. Gifts and flowers offered to the skaters at the end of their performance must be completely wrapped. And we thank you very much for your cooperation.
Mesdames, Messieurs, présentation des officiels représentant l'Union internationale de patinage et du jury de cette compétition.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to introduce the officials for this event.
Le panel des juges.
The panel of judges,
Le juge arbitre ISU.
representing the International Skating Union. Please welcome
Juge numéro 2.
Judge number 2, Mr. Rolf Depot.
Welcome to Angers, in the Angers Ice Park, a city in western France, southwest of Paris,
Number 3, Mr.
population of around 155,000, and for this weekend, home to so many brilliant skaters competing on the third stop of the International Skating Union's Grand Prix series. We have seen already the Italian Charlene Guinard and Marco Fabri lead the field after the rhythm dance, and the young American Isabel Levito leading the women's event as we look ahead to the start of the men's competition with potential for a Frenchman to be the top running man after the event yet to come. Two men from France in the first group, Landry Le May and Luc Economides. It will be Adam Siao Him Fa, the penultimate skater taking to the ice, who will be eager to try and repeat as a winner, having won the competition last year, but stiff competition for him from the American Ilia Malinin, who will be eager to take another title to add to the Skate America crown, which he won 2 weeks ago in Allen, Texas, and that would secure him a spot at the Grand Prix final. There, the judges.
Le contrôleur technique ISU.
Referee Tarja Ristanen. 9 judges with the technical panel consisting of 3 others.
And Mr. Yevgeny Martinov.
And Evgeny Martinov doubling up, having been on the technical panel for the women's event earlier today. And that really serving as real testament and appreciation that we must have for the technical panel members. There are not an abundance of technical specialists qualified at the International Skating Union level for this kind of caliber of event. So many events must be amassed, so much training must be done, and the exams passed to become an ISU championship level technical specialist to officiate at this type of event. And the time that must be given up to travel around the globe to be an official at this standard of competition, something that skaters, coaches and choreographers are really grateful for. We look ahead to the men's competition, as I say, with Ilia Malinin, the heavy favourite. He won in Skate America convincingly, and I believe he's the first skater to break the 300-point barrier this season. He won that event ahead of another Frenchman, Kevin Amos. Delivered a brilliant free skate to his Bolero performed piece. Will it be an America 1, France 2 again? That's certainly what many will predict in Angers at the Grand Prix de France. However, I'm sure Yuma Kagiyama, the Olympic silver medalist, will have something to say to that. He comes into this event returning to competition following injury last season.
Mesdames, Messieurs, veuillez accueillir les patineurs du premier groupe de la catégorie messieurs.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the skaters.
The skaters just a little late getting into their start position. They step onto the ice in the start order for the competition. Stephen Gogolev a little eager to step on.
Représentant le Japon.
From Japan, Takeru, Amine, Kataise.
Représentant la France.
From France, Luc Economides.
Représentant le Canada.
From Canada, Stephen Gogolev.
Représentant la Chine.
From China, Boyang Jin.
Représentant le Japon.
From Japan, Koshiro Shimada.
6 minutes d'échauffement.
Skaters, we have a 6 minutes warm-up.
And the arena light is coming up for the skaters, so they can start their 6-minute warm-up. Boyang Jin, another skater returning from injury, hoping to replicate some of the successes that he's had, which secured him world medals in the past. Good to see the venue warming up with a number of audience members increasing as we head towards the second part of the day. Landry Le May, I'm sure, will have some members of his own fan group in the audience to support him here. He was 11th at the Grand Prix de France in this venue 12 months ago.
He was trained by in France, ranked 4th last year at the French National Championship, and recently finished 8th at the Nibelholm Trophy in Oberstdorf.
Relatively recently relocated to Lyon to follow his coach Jean Deslo at the beginning of this season, hoping to showcase the improvements that he's made there.
Takeru Amine est entraîné par Nikolaj Memola. Il est un des plus jeunes patineurs de la compétition.
And now to a skater in their first senior Grand Prix, Takeru Amine Kataise. Last year he qualified for the Junior Grand Prix final, utilising the competition in France as an experience really in his first Senior Grand Prix event. A skater that learned to skate after seeing Mao Asada on TV when he was just 6 years old. Mao Asada, the 3-time world champion from Japan, responsible for inspiring so many, and now he's the product of that. So we look now to Luc Economides. He had a great event in Angers 12 months ago, finishing in 6th place at the Grand Prix de France last year.
Luc is trained by Florent and Sofia Amogil in Ojani, France. He finished 3rd at the French National Championship in 2020.
Trained by another great French skater, Florent Amodio.
From France, Luc Economides.
I'm sure we can see some brilliant choreography knowing Florent has been involved. And now we see Stephen Gogolev. Popping the salko there for Stephen. It's fun to see him ringside, ready and raring to go. As I mentioned, the skaters step onto the ice in their starting order, but Stephen looked chomping at the bit, eager to get onto the ice. He had just 2 weeks since his last event when he competed at the Skate America competition. And he'll be hoping to repeat that quad sacco in the program. And now to the incredibly experienced Boyang Jin, world medalist in the past. Last time that he won a medal at Worlds was back at 2017 World Championships, just off the podium at the Olympic Games in Pyeongchang. Now trying to return to that kind of form following the injuries that he's suffered.
He was the first skaters to perform a quadruple Lutz triple toe at the Grand Prix of China in 2015. He recently finished third.
As the ground announcer acknowledges the technical accomplishments that Boyang is responsible for achieving, it will be his program component scores that he'll be eager to showcase improvements on as well, having worked hard on those. And now to Koshiro Shimada. He returned to his training base in Switzerland after the Japan Open. Trains there with former world champion Stéphane Lambiel. Acknowledged to the Japanese press that he twisted his ankle last week and couldn't practice much, and forced to reduce the content a little bit here. So we wish Koshiro Shimada all the very best in dealing with the lingering injury that he's suffering from, and we hope he can get through the short program without pain, as we see his fans cheering him on. So 2 weeks ago, Ilia Malinin won the men's short program. He achieved that amazing 104 points in his short. That really a surefire guarantee of medal contention, if not winning chances, if you top the 100-point marker. And then last week, not as strong a field or strong an outing for the men in Vancouver, British Columbia for Skate Canada. It was Sota Yamamoto who won the short program with 89.56. He was the best of a relatively weak field, not in terms of the quality or the potential, but in terms of the offerings 7 days ago in Vancouver at the Thunderbird Sports Centre. We hope that the men competing in the Angers Ice Park start proceedings well. Landry Le May from Nantes, responsible for putting a good energy out there, as we see choreographer Benoit Richaud prepare to welcome his student off the ice.
Skater, this warm-up has ended. Would you please leave the ice? Thank you.
And great to hear the audience here starting to applaud in anticipation of the first skater to compete. Landry Le May, proudly representing the flag shown in the audience there.
Landry Le May.
24-year-old, new coaching staff this year. And he skates to the music Bloodstream by Tokyo Myers for his short program. And the first jump for Landry will be the triple axel. That was just a magnificent start. Wonderful Ina Bauer leading into, I think, a counter and triple axel. What a shame. Couldn't replicate the success there with that quadruple toe loop. Some more good transitional content, but just a triple-double combination with Lutz and Tolu. Well, some real brilliance within the short program for Landry Le May from France. That opening axel following the Ina bar was quite special. And almost 4 seasons in one day in regards to the stylization and the energy within the music. Kind of like Claire de Lune to start, and then a complete departure towards the latter stage of the program. Showcasing his personality too. A skater that hasn't yet had an ISU championship experience at Europeans or Worlds, but needs to showcase, I'm sure, to the Fédération Française that he is capable of repping well. Captivating from the start. There, the step up into a triple axel that quite open in the air even, and somewhat effortless. I'd be interested to see what plus grade of execution was awarded to that, but it has to be a mandatory -5 for the quad toe. When done, the jump will be good given the length and height there, but that was a tough fall. So the quad toe, huge loss of points on that element. Mandatory 1 point deduction for the fall and mandatory -5 deduction from every judge in the grade of execution. And on top of that, would have wanted a triple off axis in the air, so did well, and probably a smart decision to do a triple Lutz double toe rather than a triple and risk another negative grade of execution on that element. He's 8th at the Neville Horn Trophy in Oberstdorf and scored 68.77 there. But looks happy with Coach Johan Deslo, having relocated to Lyon to follow his coach there. Some good work being done. It'll be interesting to see what kind of score he can post when the quad toe is landed and a triple is done, because the component scores in the high 6s, I think, can easily climb over that 7-point marker soon. So some small applause from Landry Le May for a 71.2. He looks fairly satisfied. The broad spectrum of ages here to support the skaters in Angers at the ice park. I'm not quite sure which flag they've got to get out to support the next, but it's definitely the Japanese flag for Takeru Amine Kataise. Interesting, his middle name is Amine, means sincerity in Arabic, and that is his father's cultural background, and Takeru's proud of that. He skates to the familiar tango music by Astor Piazzolla, Adios Nannino. 2 for 2 in the men's event for opening triple axels. Nice right inside bracket entry for Takeru to that. Taking one rotation more than Landry Le May, making it triplet triple toe for Takeru. Ooh, clinging on there, triple flip to make a clean skate. Well, a really very genuine smile in reaction to a clean skate for Japan's Takeru Amine Kataise. The 19-year-old who qualified for the Grand Prix final in the junior ranks last year in Torino. How he would love to replicate the medal-winning success that he had in Poland and in Italy on the junior circuit last year with a medal in France. But I think, although that a high task set for the Japanese skater, he will be really satisfied with the clean skate. And that is really the ultimate objective, as he gives homage and gratitude to his coach as he steps off the ice. There, the right inside bracket, way of checking for so many skaters. So many skaters using that bracket entry. Not masses of elevation. Maybe a +2 of 5 for that element. Good length in the back outside edge on the triple lutz. And no question on the rotation of the triple toe, which was greeted with a big smile, and rightly so. Takeru has said that he wants to be a one and only skater with his own unique expression. And it's a risk to skate to the likes of Adios Nonino, piece of music used by so many. As you can see, his coach literally living the performance on that flip. And you can see why she too was trying to fight for him to hang on to a flip that wasn't as comfortable. I'm sure that triple flip felt like hard work. Just to give an indication of the depth of field in men's skating in Japan. Japan, obviously the home for the likes of the great Yuzuru Hanyu and the current world champion Shoma Uno. Takeru was 19th at senior nationals in Japan. And that may have been not a great skate for Takeru, but that testament to how many brilliant men compete in Japan, trying to make the Japanese team for 4 continents or worlds. Only 3 from any one nation can head to an IC championships, and that's certainly something that I'm sure is fixated on this student's future. That's 76.27. A couple of levels dropped, only changed camel spin level 2, so that perhaps why it's not his personal best. We've already seen one French 24-year-old man compete. Now we see another Luc Economides. Music by Kanye West, choreography by Florent Amodio. Let's hope that the jumps are cooperative so we can enjoy what I'm sure will be some brilliant choreography for Luc. Down on the triple axel to start.
Falls like the sun. One day, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
He was off axis in the air, but manages triple flip and toll it.
The king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun.
Great change of edge and centering within the camel feature, choosing to change spinning directions for his other feature. Really unique choice of level 4 on the change camel spin. Now he can really sell the components. Triple loop safely done.
If you woke and wake up with Judas kiss and make up, even with the bitter cup, we gave my brothers a drink up, did everything we gave up, stabbed my back, I came front, still we win, we prayed up, even when we die, we raise up, ain't no want, no we need it. To be the big greedy. We need ours by this evening. No white flag and no treaty. We got the product, we got the tools, we got the minds, we got the youth. We going wild, we on the loose. People is lying, we are the truth. Everything old should not become new. But these will be green, bearing the fruit of God and our neighbor as written in Luke. The army of God and we are the truth.
Luc Economides from France pats his heart as he concludes his short program, and I think he will be satisfied with this gate here. So that he trained with Alexei Mishin, famed coach, in the summer, and also worked with Javi Fernandez, but Laurent Amodio, so influential for this skater. Actually, it's interesting when we consider already the likelihood of Adam Siao Him Fa medaling here, such a brilliant skater for France. Kevin Amos second at Skate America 2 weeks ago. We've already seen some other Frenchmen competing here who really special in their own right. Only 2 men from France get to compete at the World Championships in Montreal. And you have to assume Adam and Kevin will take those spots, but there's certainly skaters like Luc and Landry Le May who wouldn't look out of place at World Championship level competition for sure. It's the opening triple axel. And so that touchdown with the hands forces the judges to go down the grade of execution. So he opened out early on the flip, and despite not the greatest running edge, still commits to doing triple flip, triple toe loop, and then committed to the presentation straight after it. Sit forward feature within the flying sit spin. As Florent looks on.
The king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun.
And like change camel spin to me, a brave choice, going for some different types of feature to assume a maximum level 4, harder than that which many others will do. Rate of execution actually coming in from the judging panel not massively high, so perhaps they're just still sticking to the criteria that it wasn't fast or as effortless as others, but for me there was some creativity towards it, which I would have rewarded perhaps a little more so. 73.13 Budapest trophy for Luc, and then a 76.99, just less than a quarter of a point off his personal best achieved in this venue 12 months ago.
Sur la glace, représentant le Canada.
Next to skate from Canada, Stefan Gogolev.
And now to an 18-year-old who's promised so much, having won the Junior Grand Prix final back in 2018. The Canadian will skate to the sound of silence. Good start for Steven, quad toe, triple toe. A second quad jump planned, Sako coming up. Oh, this is good, difficult transition in as well. This is really important, I think, for Steven Gogolev. Clean skate, the pivotal turning point now for him. Well, that escape that Steven Gogolev, I suspect, has been wanting for a long time on the Grand Prix stage. He was 7th in the short program in Skate America, but at that event had a fall on the quad salco and mistake on the triple axel. This, hopefully, a real turning point in his career. This is a skater who set 5 junior world record scores. Like I mentioned before he started, he won the Junior Grand Prix final. So much promise, so much expectation, so much hype. And now, some years later, delivering a 2-quad short program at the Grand Prix in Angers. His mother's a figure skater, both parents gymnasts. His brother's a competitive kayaker from a family of established and esteemed sports people. Choreographer Benoît Richaud looks on. He works with Raphael Aratunian and Lee Barkel. Back home as we look now at the quad toe. I think in previous years he wouldn't have attempted triple toe on the back of that, but did so comfortably. Great change of direction entry into the quad salco. Even better than the ones he did in warm-up. The transition in good. Transitioning out as well. And he wasn't going to let the axle go. Not the best degree of execution. Not to be lost, having delivered the 2 quad jumps. Interestingly, despite the mistakes at Skate America, the component scores for this cleaner skate coming up a little bit lower than that from 2 weeks ago. And as we saw in the dance event, sometimes that's just an indication of a judging panel that have a slightly different perspective. But I think for a skater that has been tipped for so much, clean skates are really, really valuable for the psychological boost that can give to them in training. And with the retirement of Keegan Messing, Steven Gogolev from Canada wants to step up. Fill a gap, perhaps, in Canadian men's skating. 86.14. Just 11/100ths of a point off actually what he achieved at the Autumn Classic this year. So indication that he's really on an upward trajectory, and this could be the season that he breaks out in seniors as well.
Sur la glace, représentant la Chine.
Next skate from China, Boyang Jin.
And lots of Chinese flags wave for a man who has broken so many records himself in figure skating, responsible for so many accolades as first to land the likes of quad lutz, triple toe, and now returning following so many injuries. 26-year-old Boyang Jin. Good start for Boyang Jin, quad toe.
Freezing breath on the window pane, lying and waiting. The feeling is gone, only you and I, it means nothing to me.
Lands a triple axel as well. Did well to put triple toe in the back of the loose, just stepping out the second jump. unique and cool jump transition. He finished it not in the direction they wanted to towards the judging panel, but there's something so heartwarming about seeing a skater return to competition. A skater who has achieved so much and consistently expected to deliver and achieve success. He's won Grand Prix events in the past, won world bronze medals. And as the Flower Girls collect the gifts thrown on for him, I think that although this doesn't come close to what is his personal best, it's confirmation that he is back. And as is often the case for the skaters that return to events, as we see the Flower Girls excitedly chase around the cuddly toys thrown on for him, there seems an even greater satisfaction in competition or pleasure in being able to compete. As Brian Orser greets him off the ice, Brian himself, he's had his own injuries lately. He's just recovering from a hip replacement surgery in September. But here in France, supporting his new student, Boyang Jin. This the quad toe. And in the past, we've seen Boyang have a much higher planned program content. But as he makes his way back from injury, choosing to go for easier triple lutz, triple toe. And this the axle. And his choreographer Joey Russell has explained that he's been invested in placing transitions and steps closer to the elements. And that's a really tricky thing to do, as Brian acknowledges the mistake on the landing of the toe loop. To increase the transitional content right up into the jump can make it really daunting for the skater. They often want to check out from choreography and transitional content and focus on the technique that they know is required to deliver a good jump itself. But Boyang now working with a great team of people to help push that. Cool to see that. Love that. Unique transition into the spider drag. Now en route to winning his second world bronze medal back in 2017, Boyang was getting mid eights in the components. Here, his components are now lower than that, but I think that's an indication of the way that skating has evolved and shaped and tweaked a little bit, with now the likes of Kevin Amos and Jason Brown pushing the components ever higher. So Boyang's components in the sevens, total component score of 36.27, total segment score of 81.43, the season's best. On his way back from injury, recovering Boyang Jin. Some ardent skating fans there, ready to support each of these athletes. Yeah, further banners for the next skater. The final skater in this first group, Koshiro Shimada, said he twisted his ankle last week. We wish him all the very best skating to Sing Sing Sing. Step out of the quad circle. Recovering with triple lutz, triple toe. Lands the axle. What a shame. Just slipping off the outside edge within the combo spin. That a mistake he unlikely to make often in practice, but nice to see the smile still raging on the face of Koshiro Shimada. Perhaps, given the injury that he suffered last week, that the reason behind his joy finishing the program. Step out of the quad sacco to start. The combination was good, the axle was good. But that change combination spin at the end of the program, that'll probably cost him about a point or so in grade of execution. Just wonder if that will affect the judge's input for the presentation of the program just at the end of his sing performance. But I love the fact that he's relishing the audience's support as he leaves the ice towards Stéphane Lambiel's coach and choreographer. Said he's happy to compete here after the event was cancelled 3 years ago and obviously couldn't skate. Glad to be in France. Hear that quad salco. I think it was Stéphane's voice that you could hear just cheating him on. Up. Hear the loop still. Camel catch feature as the judges look on rinkside, ascertaining what grade of execution to give that element as to the axle. And here you see him really getting into performance. In the off-season, Koshiro Shimada played a famous Japanese anime character, One Piece, and he became really popular and famous with anime fans as a result of that. And he said himself that he learned how to act from his summer shows. And I think you can see that he's learned how to act, but I think Stéphane Lambiel will have had something to do with that interpretation as well. Stéphane Lambiel responsible for so many great pieces of work choreographically too. So, how is this going to fall in the mix? It's really evident all of Lambiel's students seem to really respect and rate Stéphane, obviously. Easy to do when he's such a great skater himself. A real respect between student and athlete, between coach and athlete. 79.30. Close to the season's best from Neville Horn Trophy. And Koshiro Shimada is third of 6 after the first group of men. Gogolev showcasing good season so far for the 18-year-old Canadian. Yama returning to competition. As the next group of 6 men take to the ice with Ilia Malinin, the last to be introduced to the crowd in the ice park Angers.
From Japan, Yuma Kagiyama.
Représentant les États-Unis d'Amérique.
From the United States of America, Camden Pulkinen.
Représentant l'Italie.
From Italy, Nikolaj Memola.
Représentant la Suisse.
From Switzerland, Lukas Britschgi.
Représentant la France.
From France, Siao Him Fa.
Représentant les États-Unis d'Amérique.
From the United States of America, Ilia Malinin.
6 minutes d'échauffement.
Skaters, you have a 6 minutes warm-up.
Well, there's one of those 6 skaters that the majority of the crowd in Angers want to lead the field. After the men's short program, Siao Him Fa undeniably getting the strongest reaction from the audience. Indeed, Adam has been undefeated this season. So it's not out with the realms of possibility. As we look to Yuma Kagiyama, the 20-year-old Olympic silver medalist, the world silver medalist twice. He looked like he was going to challenge to compete against Shoma Uno, who's now the 2-time world champion. But injury derailed that. And Yuma has described this as a recovery season, so indication that he is mindful and aware of where he's at presently. And perhaps a long-term athlete plan towards the 2026 Olympic Games, when he will be vying to turn the silver from Beijing gold in Italy in Milano Cortina. As we look now to the senior at Columbia University in New York City, Camden Pulkinen, the 23-year-old, born in Scottsdale, Arizona, now balances his training with his classroom studies in New York City. Camden had that wonderful 5th place result at World Championships in 2022. And many of the qualities that Camden has shared with the other American skater Jason Brown, somebody who has a strong quality focus on the second mark, the program component scores. As we look to the winner of the Junior Grand Prix final in Torino last year, the statuesque Nikolaj Memola, who has been posting multiple quadruple jumps on his social media. Really looks like on a mission to become the leading Italian man. Matteo Rizzo from Italy, 3rd in Skate Canada in Vancouver last week.
Lukas s'entraîne en Suisse avec Michael. Il est plusieurs fois champion national.
And now to Lukas Britschgi, the bronze medalist from the European Championships. Switzerland had such great Europeans with both Lukas and Kimi Rapon achieving medals in Finland earlier this year. Kimi Rapon skated here also in the short program. She didn't have a great skate in the women's event. We wish Lukas all the very best.
He recently finished 2nd at the Budapest Trophy. From Switzerland, Lukas Britschgi.
And now to Adam Siao Him Fa, won the trophy Metropole in Nice. He won the Shanghai Trophy. He won the Nebelhorn Trophy in Oberstdorf. He's already posted some pretty big scores, a 95-point short program score at Nebelhorn Trophy. Now, those that follow him online, you seeing quad lutzes and quad flips, but down there on the quad toe, so nothing fallible. Hopefully that doesn't affect his confidence in the closing stages of the warm-up.
and at the Shanghai Trophy from France, Adam Siao Him Fa.
Allez, Adam.
Ilia est entraîné par ses parents, Ilia Malinin.
That quad toe made to look very comfortable as the skaters get a little close in the warm-up. Ilia Malinin. Quad God, as many refer to him. Inspiring skaters around the globe, achieving things so few thought ever possible when he landed the quad axel last year. And interestingly, last week in Vancouver, British Columbia, just to see the mean age of the men competing in the Senior Grand Prix, above 21, and the medalists older than that. They are just still so young, 18 years old.
National champion. He recently placed first at Skate America in Allen, Texas. From the United States of America, Ilia Malinin.
Been busy in the off season, performing lots abroad in Asia, really garnering huge numbers of fans in the skating community, but returning to the Grand Prix looking as prepared and ready as ever. Great to see the coaches ringside, including Karolina Kostner. He's here working with Yuma Kagiyama. Generation of skating legends supporting the next. Yuma's father, Masakazu, is coach for so many years. Camden just struggling with the quad toe.
Please clear the eyes. Thank you.
Yuma Kagiyama just simulating the takeoff for the quad salto.
First to skate from Japan, Yuma Kagiyama.
Yuma is great friends with Kawamura and Shun Sato, who've already competed. They were successful in Skate America. It is his turn. He won the Lombardia Trophy. How close can he get to the brilliance that he showed in the 2021-2022 season? Maintaining speed and flow throughout, beyond that quad salto. A little smile greets a really good quality triple H triple toe.
till it broke up and it rained down. It rained down like.
Now, great skate for the 20-year-old Yuma Kagiyama from Japan. Green lights, positive grade of execution on each and every one of the 7 elements in his short program. And just wonderful to see him back, having missed out last season due to injury. And you sense that there will have been, behind this skate here, this clean short program, there will have been so many challenges for the skater. A skater who was so incredibly successfully won the Youth Olympic Games in 2020. He was winning, he won the NHK trophy. He won both his Grand Prix assignments in the 2021-2022 season, Olympic silver, world silver, and then completely taken off the rails as Carolina Costa greets him off the ice. And I'm sure Carolina, his father, who watched ringside, will have had to work so hard to rebuild the confidence in this young man as we see his back 3 Mohawk entry into the quad salto. And that pulse of the knee action allowing the edge to just keep running and push the judge's grade of execution high. Triple lutz, triple toe, and a smile into the back 3 turn. So the triple axel. Straight into another transition. For the men who are so desperately keen to showcase their competitivity, the challenge for Yuma is knowing that he isn't as competitive in terms of the technical content. He only intends to include 2 quadruple jumps in the free skate as he makes the way back from the injury that derailed his training time. But whilst Carolina's still making a name for herself as a coach, you sense that the serene attitude that she had as a skater is a really good influence and input for Yuma at this stage in his career, particularly as he copes with the challenges and the frustration of being injured, and he seems to manage that incredibly well as he secures a 97.91 with just a 1 quad short program. Yuma Kagiyama very definitely back. Double thumbs up, fist pumps.
Sur la glace, représentant les États-Unis d'Amérique.
Next to skate from the United
As we link now to the first of 2 men representing the United States of America. As 23-year-old Camden Pulkinen is ready for his short program to a different kind of love. Struggling a little with the quadruple toe loop in the warm-up. That will be the opening element for Camden. Down on the quad toe to start for Camden. Lovely triple axel.
as I'm bruising my knees, whispering please. I need a different kind of love. I need a different kind of love. I need a different kind of love. Cause it hurts to be loved like this. Hurts you when I love like this. I need a different kind of love. I need a different kind of love. I need a different kind of love. I've been blind, I've been wrong.
Well, solid effort from Camden Pulkinen from the United States of America. Just taking a moment to catch his breath for a man who's so busy in life. That said, he said that now in his second season of balancing his studies at the Columbia University with his training, he's found a groove and been feeling thankful and grateful for the opportunities this season. The crowd really getting into what Camden offered. He said this is a season of rewriting his relationship with skating and taking ownership of it. And he truly must love his skating to be able to give it the time that it needs to compete at this level, whilst also giving his studies the time to, as Alex Johnson.
Is he gonna make it to the end of the program? Hey, good fight though. Yeah. Really, like.
Alex Johnson saying good fight, worried they wouldn't make it to the end of the program. Mohawk entry into the quad toe, and the right hand just touches, so that's on the reduction for errors chart, but not as costly as some other mistakes which you've seen from others. As we see butterfly entry into the flying camel. Here the triple loose. And the triple toe. So, just for context, similar kind of jump content to the leader Yuma Kagiyama, one quad, triple axel, and a triple loose, triple toe as combination. But the grades of executions really mount up now, as do the component scores. So this is what will differentiate Camden from Yuma Kagiyama. And that tight landing on the loose toe. For context, triple loose, triple toe from Yuma had nearly 2 points added in the grade of execution. Camden loses a third of a point on his effort on the same element, so that's the reason that we'll see a discrepancy in the scores between these two competitors. But given what Camden juggles, really admirable effort as he's traveled over to Europe to represent the United States of America.
Everyone in New York. Hey.
And a shout out to those friends that support him in his scholastic and skating studies. Alex Johnson said, hey, so it seems okay, 83.44. 20 points higher than his Challenger Series Lombardia Trophy score. He moves above former world medalist Boyang Jin to third place.
Sur la glace, représentant l'Italie.
Next to skate from Italy, Nikolaj Memola.
And now to Nikolaj Memola, the winner at the Budapest Trophy, the winner of the Junior Grand Prix final last year, competing now in the Senior Grand Prix. Said that he's using last season's programs because he wants to focus on his jumps, and that's what's allowed him to land clean quad lutses in practice. He will open with quad lutz in the short program here. Down, perhaps a little under-rotated on the first jump, the quad lutz. Recovers with triple axel. Unfolding with a little challenging triple lutz double toe. Italy's Nikolaj Memola finishes the short program, a challenging skate. He's risked a lot by including the quad lutz, but having heard from him about his process and about his awareness of where he's at, I hope that he will recognize that this is a stepping stone, very much so. He said that the reason to keep the programs from last season was to focus on the jumps. Obviously, it's not paid off here insofar as he didn't replicate the quad lutz that we've seen in practice, but I think it'll be a worthy investment in the years to come as his mother hands him his guards. Mother and coach. Dynamic, so challenging to juggle, but he said that he and his mum manage that relationship well and switch off when they get home. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. I think it will go down as under-rotated, so he will not receive the full base value of the lutz. But no problem with the axle. So that he wants to portray the darkness and passion that the beautiful music brings, a piece that he obviously so enjoys, the Rachmaninoff. And that's a shame. Not the greatest takeoff for the triple lutz, and maybe a question mark over the edge, and then forced through the double three turn after that into a double toe loop. But renowned to be an incredibly hard worker. The talk of Nikolaj's work ethic on the ice has made its way to me, and there's no doubt, say hard work beats talent every time, but he's certainly got plenty of talent, so the future looks very bright for the skater who finished just off the podium at the World Junior Championships in Canada earlier this year. I don't think he's going to like the score and the result that he'll see. But I still believe that he's made a good case for the focus that he's had in the off-season. And during the off-season, he worked with Brian Orser and Tracy Wilson in the cricket club, doing all the right things to facilitate a successful, bright future ahead. But it's only a 70.92 short program for the Italian here. Good to see him looking understanding of that score and the 9th place finish of the 9 competitors at this stage. I'm sure his mum's quite satisfied. As we see the Swiss flag brought out to support Lukas Britschgi, the 25-year-old. Told me how excited he is for this season. Second at the Budapest Trophy. Now his first Grand Prix assignment, skating to I'm in the Mood and Superstition.
I'm in the mood for love. I'm in the mood, baby. I'm in the mood for love.
Quad toe, double toe to open for Lukas.
Yes, my mother told me to leave that girl alone, but my mother didn't know what that little girl was putting down.
Backed up the triple axel with his palms turned aloft.
Baby, I'm in the mood for love.
Triple is used almost as a transition to punctuate the music and excite the audience who are clapping along with him. Lukas Britschgi from Switzerland, a skater that you struggle not to smile when watching perform. He's so brilliant in the gala exhibitions and the Superstition by Stevie Wonder. Such a great choice for his short program. He's got a great free skate as well, a really different take on that. But this seems to be a perfect choice for an entertainer who got the crowd clapping along with him in Angers. And I'm sure, irrespective of the result after the free skate, he's likely to be picked for the gala exhibition. Such are his powers of exciting an audience. And I can imagine the older skating fraternity disapproving of the choice of costume, but I think it's great insight into the personality that he has, wanting to entertain people, and that is indeed what he said. His short program is to entertain and get people involved, and he's done just that. And here, the drop 3 turn into quad toe. And purse of his lips, the reaction to a double toe at the end of it as coach Michael Huth lives the performance. And Lukas explained that Leah Serna from France joined the team with Michael this year, and what a great atmosphere that they share in training in Oberstdorf. As we see him step up into a triple axel that, although perhaps a little premature in the step out, did cover lots of distance, as does the Lutz. And you can see the judges lift their hands ready to input the grade of execution. And it'll definitely be a positive one for that Lutz late in the program. Choreographers listed as Adam Sawyer and Andrea Vaturi. I'm not sure which of those gentlemen choreographed this short program. I bet it was a great fun, the process of working on composition and presentation with Lukas Britschgi. So that brilliant season last year found him a bronze medal at Europeans and a World Championship top 8. But he's looking like he could do even better this season. A new personal best for Lukas Britschgi. 86.94, not by a huge margin, but at this point in the season, a good sign for the 25-year-old. The cameramen were a bit premature in their excitement for the next skater, but there's no concealing the excitement of the audience here. Adam Siao Him Fa, the 22-year-old born in Bordeaux, winner last year, undefeated this season. Saw him go down on the quad toe in the warm-up. He's had time now since that warm-up to recollect his thoughts as he prepares to skate to the music by Gary Moore, The Prophet. Effortless quad Lutz on the guitar music. Massive 3.74 boost in the grade of execution. Rightly so. Floaty triple axel. Wow, that a testament to strength of character, putting triple toe on the back of the quad toe. so Arabian within the step sequence, just amazing. Such body control, skating on the brink of greatness. Well, we saw him struggle in warm-up. The clean skate for Siao Him Fa in this short program suggests that the off-season training that he has done has been extreme. The quad toe landing wasn't optimal, but had the confidence to go for triple toe in the back of it, and his coaches look understandably proud and delighted. Siao Him Fa may not come in as favourite based on the participation of Ilia Malinin, but that will be very hard to beat. And the European champion makes a real claim to potentially be considered for a world title in Montreal and Canada. Can he continue his undefeated streak this season? The triple axel looks like he could turn that into quad axel. He's using the quad lutz this year, seeing quad flip in practices. He's increased his technical difficulty already. He doesn't necessarily need quad axel because his skating skills, I think, are stronger than that probably of Ilia Malinin, although we've yet to see him skate here. As we see the quad toe, so he was off axis, a little pitch forward, but you can see the determination in his face that it would not be a quad double, it would be a successful quad triple. Cedric Tour and Benoit Richaud responsible for so much of the progress and improvements that have happened for Adam. Previously taught by former French world champion Brian Joubert and Laurent Depuy, who have given him a framework for which to move forward and push the components. And I've seen the skating skills work that is done in training in the off season. Definitely an evident and visible focus on improving the glide in the skating skills, and they now coming in at an 8.64, pushing closer to the 9s. And that now, the 101. He has gone over the 100-point barrier, an ISU personal best, no doubt a season's best. And he goes ahead of the Olympic silver medalist to take the lead with one skater left to go.
Sur la glace, représentant les États-Unis d'Amérique.
Last to skate, representing the United States of America, Ilia
So the
Malinin.
final competitor. Now if Ilia Malinin can replicate the skate that he had in Texas Allen 2 weeks ago, he will lead. He had 104 points just 14 days ago. But what has he done since then? Can he push even higher as he skates to Malaguna? Truly effortless on the quad toe. Good 2 on the quad lutz triple toe. Triple axel, perfect phrasing into death drop for the flying sit spin. Oh, what a shame! 2 quads, triple axel, a testament to the difficulty of the program falling within the transition. Well, that's a really endearing reaction to his performance for the 18-year-old Ilia Malinin, the second youngest competitor in this competition. Great to see, not disappointment, but almost mirth at the mistake they made within the transition. And unfortunately, that fall did happen. It was within the step sequence, so going to have an impact not just on the mandatory 1-point deduction, but also on the grade of execution on what is otherwise an epic step sequence. They believe in Quad God. And actually, looking at what we can see being input by tech panels and the judges, that mistake may not be enough from him leading the competition, as his father beats him off the ice. And interestingly, this year, Roman Skorniakov, his coach and father, was introduced to me as Ilia's dad, such as the fame and success that his son has achieved, despite the fact that he himself was an Olympian and responsible for him. Quad toe. And then into the lutz. In combination with triple toe. And Ilia had said to me that he wanted to share how hard the new programs are for him because they're out of his comfort zone. Not only may they be stylistically out of his comfort zone, but the complexity of the transitions within them are wonderful. Back chalk top, bracket. Just laughing at the fall on the drag as his dad watches on. Just what an amazing collaboration that Ilia has made with his parents, Tatiana Malinina, Roman Skorniakov, Rafael Aratunin helping as well, but Shaylin Bourne are responsible for these programs, and she has so many skaters around the globe, and coaches know is just mesmeric, and she is helping to push the components forward for Ilia, which is what they know is necessary if he is going to move up from 3rd place at World Championships. The quad axel wasn't enough to be a global leader. Needs the components to improve as well. So his components 43.06, but he does it just by a whisker. Half a point goes above. Adam Siao Him Fa gets a high five from his dad. But it will be a closely fought duel in the free skate. You can see the proximity of the top two competitors. But as predicted, the favourite Ilia Malinin leads maybe less comfortably than he would have hoped ahead of the hometown favourite Siao Him Fa, the winner last year. Has little work to do if he is to repeat his title. So that concludes the men's short program, and an exciting event that it was. And now, unlike after the dance competition, where the ice stewards didn't need to fill in any holes, there will be some pretty big craters, I'm sure, made by the quadruple jumps offered by the 12 competitors in the men's short program as they prepare the ice for the final event of the day, the pairs short program yet to take place. Pairs short program will take place at 6:45 local time. We'll take a look back at the top three finishers after the men's short program. The Olympic silver medalist on his return, Yuma Kagiyama. Third place here, 97 points. And actually, Yuma Kagiyama had the highest program component scores of the competition, testament to the skating skills that he has. The only skater to fall into the 9s in the components in any of the 3 component scores. Siao Him Fa. Actually, Adam had 109 points in a Senior B in France. I've been corrected not long ago. 101.07 today. Quite brilliant, and already I'm seeing people question whether or not he should be the leader after this short program. So many people really delighted to see him skate in Angers. Is the winner of Skate America, Ilia Malinin from the United States of America, the quad god, the man responsible for exciting and inspiring so many youngsters with his technical achievements, who leads the field after the short program here. A mistake within the step sequence and a fall on a lunge forward drag wasn't enough from allowing him to take the lead, but it is just half a point ahead of the Frenchman that he can enjoy as a buffer for the free skate. That's the end of the men's short program. I'm Mark and Retty. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to stay tuned for the pairs coming up next.